Assalamu alaikum. Real Madrid 3, Dortmund 2. And now, for those who are watching, if there is anybody, if you guys hear something is different about my voice, it's because just yesterday I was at the Real Madrid versus Dortmund quarterfinal game of the Club World Cup. And as you could tell, I screamed a lot, but the experience was something that I've always wanted to experience, and it was worth it. It was worth paying for the tickets, even though I sat all the way in the top of the stadium. It was so worth it, and the atmosphere was amazing because, as you guys all know, especially since it took place in New Jersey, there aren't much, I'd say, Dortmund fans, so it was like kind of filled with just pure like white jerseys all around the stadium. And it was amazing, and I'm so happy that I got to witness Real Madrid win, because the last time I saw Real Madrid play live, it was the preseason, and it was a friendly against Barcelona. And as we all know, last season, we lost to them, especially in the preseason. So yeah, it was amazing. I loved the experience, and everything was fine, right? If you guys are wondering why I'm wearing this straw hat, it's because literally this is how I dressed to go to the game. I wore this jersey, and I wore this straw hat, and I went there. I went to the game, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I went with 3 people. One of them is my cousin, and 2 of them are my friends. And it was such an amazing feeling. If you guys are ever planning to go to watch a football game live or a soccer game live, make sure that you do, especially if it's a European team, because it is unlike any other. So I was going to record this last night when I returned from the game, but I was just tired. I could not even speak another word. My voice was gone, and it's still kind of gone. And yeah, I was just exhausted. I couldn't really record anything. So yeah, this is the morning of the next day, and I decided to record and talk about the game and my experience. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was how the first half went. And it was a half that I have not seen in a while from Real Madrid. We had total control, and we had total domination, and Dortmund could not find a solution to stop us. You had Fran Garcia score, and you had Gonzalo score. You had Trent masterclass, and you had Arda masterclass. So honestly, that first half was something so special, and that's kind of where I lost my voice. It was during those 2 goals in the first half, and yeah, it was amazing. Arda Guler with his assist, and Trent with also his assist. So yeah, it seemed like Real Madrid was back, and it seemed like we are ready for the upcoming season. Xabi Alonso did a great job playing. He played kind of like a 4-3-3, and then, as you know, when you start attacking, they go 3 in the back, and they have 4 in the mid, and then 3 up front. But you have also Arda dropping back. It plays a little deep. He doesn't go too forward. The kind of players that stayed forward is Vinny and Gonzalo. Bellingham would also make a run a lot. But yeah, I enjoyed the first half. The first half, I had nothing bad to say. It was amazing. We had total control, and it went totally fine, right? And then the second half came, and we were still doing good, right? We were still doing good, and we were kind of celebrating. We were doing Madrid chants and all that and whatever. And one night, and then boom, Dortmund scored, right? That was right after the Mbappe getting subbed in, and Dortmund scored, and now it's 2-1, right? And it was extra time, by the way. We're into extra time. And by the way, that was the fastest 90 minutes of my life. I saw that they were announcing the additional time after the full 90 minutes. I looked at my friends, and I'm like, how did 90 minutes just pass by just like that? I thought we saw 10 minutes when Dortmund scored. So yeah, they scored the first goal, and I was like, you know what? All right, Real Madrid could just kind of milk it out and whatever. And then you had Arda crossing it straight to Mbappe. And then Mbappe with that kind of half bicycle kick, scissor kick. And that was an amazing goal. I was like, what a way to finish the game. Just like that. We finished the game with that. We put an exclamation point right there, and that's it. We finished the game at that note. Mbappe with a beautiful celebration, by the way, to Diego Jota. I hope his family finds peace. Yeah, so then out of nowhere, and this is what I wanted to talk about, right? I wanted to talk about Dean Huijsen, his red card. It was not a red card, all right? Because if that kick against Fran Garcia was not a red card, how in the world Dean Huijsen got a red card for that. As we all know, and as you saw in the replay, Dean did not grab him and like kind of pulled him down. You could see it. He made like small contact, and then the guy kind of sold it. It didn't even go to VAR to check. So everybody in the stadium, when I say everybody, like everybody in the stadium was pissed. We were so mad because at the very least go to VAR and check it over. But he did not check it over, and he gave them the penalty, and it did not make sense. And we could rewatch it, all right? So right here, right? Like, think about it. It was, my camera's covering it, but we're in 4 minutes. We're close to 5 minutes. There was only 5 minutes additional time. We were 7 seconds away from the game being over. And then Dortmund right here is making an attack, all right? We see they're making an attack, and right here, a beautiful ball. I think that Rudiger, not even just Rudiger, Real Madrid players were just all exhausted, and not just Real Madrid players, but Dortmund. But when you are losing and there's that glimpse of hope, you already know how your adrenaline just kind of kick in and you just get that energy. So Dortmund has that. Real Madrid they get comfortable, and that's what I don't like about Real Madrid. They get this lead, and they think that once like they got this lead, they're comfortable. That's it. They don't have to they don't have to play like they want it more, right? And that could lead to like a lot of bad things about Real Madrid. But yeah, so a beautiful ball forward, and right here got through. I really don't know what Rudiger was trying to do here, right? Because as you can see, nothing happens. And then right here gets called, all right? Right here, it looks like he grabbed him, right? It looked like that he pushed him, right? All right? He calls a penalty, all right? It looks like it. It does. It looks like it, right? And the thing is that he was not the last man there. He was not the last man making that attack, because Rudiger was still there, and Dean is still there, and you also had another player. Who is it? Coming from the left-hand side. Who is it? Well, he was a little far, so I can't say it. But yeah, you saw Fran here, and who is that? That's Valverde. Yeah, he was not the last man. It was still 2 players there. So it was not 1v1. All right? So yeah, he gave the penalty, and then we go to replay. All right? And this is what steers the controversy right here. Okay? So boom. Nothing, right? He beats Dean as well. He beats Dean, right? All right, look. That is not Guirassy, I don't even know how to say his name. He is strong. We all know that he is strong. He just sold that penalty. And the thing is that if it went to VAR, it was not going to be a penalty, right? So whatever. I would say, okay, give the penalty. But a red card is insane. That is not a red card. Not a red card. A red card is like, I'd say if it's like a 1v1, right? If it was a dangerous tackle or a dangerous foul, yeah, it's a red card, 100%. But the fact that he got a red card for this, that is not a red card in my opinion. That is not a red card. That is not a red card. But yeah, right here, Dortmund, they got the momentum over here. And yeah, I was nervous. I was shivering my timbers. And then, let me tell you, so look, 5 minutes at a time, and we're almost in the 9th minute, right? So yeah, look, we thought Dortmund, they have the momentum here, and I'm like, oh my God, this might actually go to extra time, and we're down to 10 players, right? And then what revived the stadium's energy? Because remember, this whole stadium is Madrid fans. What revived this stadium, and anybody in that stadium can vouch for me, was this save right here. This Courtois save revived the stadium. And we went from like all the stadium, the whole stadium went from like this gloomy energy, and it just revived us. And then as we are leaving the stadium, we were all making chants, Madrid chants. It was like, Courtois, we love you. We love you. And hey, Perez, do not sell Courtois. Do not even let him leave, even when he's 50 years old, until he wants to leave and retire. He is staying in Real Madrid. I do not care. This man has saved us. Yo, like, I'm telling you, seeing this save in person, like seeing this save live, you know how crazy of a reaction time you must have to make this save? It was with good power, too. It was with good power. And I'm telling you, it almost went in. I saw the replay in slow motion. It almost went in. That small touch, that's it. It is saved. Does it show a replay? I don't know if it does. It doesn't. Oh, it does right here. Like as soon as he shot it, Courtois made the dive. As soon as it left his boot, look, watch. He's right here. Look at that. It was dipping right under Courtois. And oh my God, such an amazing save. And I'm telling you, the mic in the stadium probably didn't grab it that much, but the stadium was louder than all 3 goals. It was louder than all the 3 goals and louder than anything that happened in this game. That Courtois save, he saved us. He saved us big time. Like he's been saving us last season and the season before that and 3 seasons before that. Courtois is amazing. And as a Madrid fan and all the Madrid fans, Courtois is staying and he should not leave. Take care of Courtois because this man is once in a blue moon goalie. Another thing that I won't forget. So there's 2 things that I'm not forgetting in this game. 2 things. The first one I showed you was Courtois' save. And the second one was Mbappe's half bicycle kick or scissor kick. Insane. Seeing that in person was incredible. The ball was right here. As you can see, Rodrigo got it. Rodrigo has it. Passed it back. Beautiful pass back, by the way, by Rodrigo. Right to Arda. Arda sees Mbappe, and Mbappe, great positioning and just right there. It was so beautiful. I'm telling you, the whole stadium went crazy when Mbappe did that. And that's like a couple minutes after he got subbed in. And he just did that. And beautiful celebration, by the way. I love this. I wish they showed it in the big screen, but they didn't. But this was such a beautiful goal. Insane quality goals. I love when players kind of make that sacrifice of their bodies to get the goal for the team, and Mbappe just showed that. I did want to talk about the Fran Garcia. Who is that Dortmund player? The one that got a yellow card for kicking or kneeing Fran Garcia in the head, right? As we all know, it's a rule. It's a rule in football that if your leg is high enough to the player's head, it's a red card. It's dangerous, especially if you make contact. It's a red card. It's dangerous. Your boot should not be that high. That's why you use your head in football. And that Dortmund player kneeing Fran Garcia in the head was only a yellow card. How? I don't know. Dean had a red card for something that was not as dangerous as this, what I'm about to show you, and somehow it's only a yellow card. How is this a yellow card? I want an explanation. How is this right here a yellow card? That's when the contact has been made. And how is that a yellow card? I want to know. Where is his boot? His boot started right at his head, and then he kneed him in the head, and he rested his leg on his shoulder. It just shows you that this is dangerous. It's dangerous, and it's a red card. We've seen it before. Any player that does that, it's a red card. How did this Dortmund player not get a red card? I do not know. And people all over the internet, Real Madrid fans and non-Real Madrid fans, are saying that this referee is just out of this world because his judgment for this game was just insane. Everybody in the stadium was also yelling a red card, whatever. It was a red card. It was. Like anytime a player's boot is high, it is a red card no matter what because it's very dangerous, right? The player does not have to actually kick him in the head and have him bleed for it to be a red card, right? You don't have to see that to be a red card. If that's a challenge that the player is willing to take, that is a red card. Especially, he didn't even make contact with the ball, by the way. It was straight red card. So, yeah. This right here, obviously, he didn't kick him with his boot. And then next, right here, landed with his knee, stayed on him right here, and literally sat on him. Not a red card. It does not make sense. It really does not make sense. So, yeah, this game was just, a roller coaster of emotions, but I enjoyed it, and I'm happy that we got the win. And now we have PSG coming up, the champions of Europe, and probably the most dominant European team in the world right now. I saw that they got 2 red cards. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but, yeah, everybody's saying that PSG are favorited to win. And, they are a scary team, I'm not going to lie. And even though I'm a Real Madrid fan, I do see them as a scary team, and they do pose a threat. And you're only delusional if you think that they're not posing a threat. So, yeah, I still have hope that Xabi and his team are going to study this PSG team and come up with solutions, come up with tactics, and come up hopefully with ways to stop them and to score against them. Next game, we're not going to have Dean, who's been very, very consistent, and he's been very good in the back. So I believe that either Rudiger and Asensio is going to start in the back, or if he's going to start with 3, he might put Rudiger, Asensio, and Tchouaméni in the back. We just got to wait and see. I have full belief in Alonso. He's really a reasonable manager. Like we saw, he's been starting Arda because Arda has been performing better on the right compared to Rodrigo. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. If there's anybody watching, put it down below. I'll be responding. And make sure you follow me on all social media at Real Roots. And I will see you guys in the next video, which probably will be a PSG game review. I will see you all, and assalamu alaikum.